We have the
You?
live shit.
What?
All this beautiful shit talking, and we were live.
A what? Like a crowd of people? I don't fucking know, man. Oh, cute.
Sounds.
I love how you didn't say your child, just a random child you just stole it from.
Could be anything. I don't know what
you
is
just
this.
Fire fireball.
Was your kid playing with the dice?
I know what he was getting ready for. He was going to cast Psychic Lance.
Jesus. Was your kid just organizing your dice? Oh, yeah.
Like
gotcha.
that here trying to cast Psychic Lance with a fucking 15th level spell slot. It's fucking stuck in my head.
Okay, we ready? Okay. So,
yes. Where we just left off, we were just claiming the spoils of war. Well, we would be a regiment of well-trained soldiers. Unfortunately, no, we're just a bunch of ne'er-do-wells roaming around acting like we know what we're doing. Maybe some of us do. Maybe, but I digress. We after well, have you noticed there was someone that actually fell down the well, if I'm not mistaken, and I don't know if it's necessarily Wingdings that pushed him in, or if Wingdings went down to get him, or what happened. It was a lot. There was like people in, people out, but we ended up back on the ship. I don't remember exactly what took place between that time, but I'm sure something important happened that I was a part of, probably leading it. And then, well, we come to the realization that the person that's going to be arriving, the prince, well, his entourage is a bit uh, hefty. Something's about a solar dragon, and well, I kind of zoned out after that, thinking of all the pain and torment that I'd be avoiding if I never came across that. But a lot of the party decided to charge headlong, and well, I can't let them go alone. And but we were convinced to instead go shopping. Yes, we went shopping. We also took Garth back to his office to see if any of our contracts have come to uh, help us beyond the one that we were attempting to do before we took this godforsaken mission. But alas, we got some items. Yes, I claimed some more lost gear, and let's see, Ellerina really wanted to get an arrow, and just Red really wanted to stay away from the arrow, and Wingding just stood there in the corner while everyone talked about him. But, yes. Oh, yeah. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, we were shopping, and I got some stuff, some magic items, and we talked about how much money we would be making off of all these awesome weapons that we claimed. Wait, I don't remember collecting any weapons. Do you remember getting any weapons? No, but we have all this coin. Where would we get the coin from? From the weapons. But I said we don't get any weapons. Okay, apparently we sold some weapons, and then we ended up here. talking to you. What was your name again? And that was it.
My name
That was so cute.
my name is Evan D. Why did you just stand there and repeat everything we said?
Good question. Why? Did you ask me to do that?
I'm definitely giving you a 10 out of 10 on that.
Thank you.
But yeah, you guys had decided to head out to the Isle of Suset. See if you couldn't sort out this contract.
Where's my notebook?
Well, I do hope we can accomplish this rather quickly. The prospect of coin is rather tantalizing. And actually, on that, I don't have my notebook either. One moment. Oh.
Okay, I will wait till he gets back to read off Suset where you guys are floating down towards.
Did we play last week? We did. Apparently, I took no notes.
We
That's
did.
Not last week.
It was the last week.
No, we skipped last week.
Monster Hunter.
Oh, that's right.
Oh my, yeah.
Well, still. Okay, so then we did skip a week. Okay. Like my dates. I felt like Oliver
Wait a
Queen for a
second.
moment. I lost so much time to Path of Exile. It's unfortunate. Not even in Cruel.
So yeah, as you guys begin to close in on the town of Suset, you can see that some of these buildings are damaged, and part of the surrounding wall of the city has been blown open. You can see there are actually guards roaming the streets armed. Even though people are going about their business, it's still pretty tense. And the highest concentration of guards seems to be around the place you guys are going to, the Sky Docks.
Well, but I think we should be rather. I hate to say this, but law abiding, so we don't PO some of these guards. Not around here, no.
Last time you were
Molly just did.
Literally everybody just stares at you.
Yeah.
Because you
Ellerina
haven't.
says, I can do what I want. I mean, these guards aren't going to hold me back.
That's too accurate.
Yeah, I'm not
as-
gonna save you.
She
As
just eyes you
Seraphina
like
brings
murderous
the ship-
intent.
As Seraphina brings the ship into the dock, there are armed guards at the dock. As the dock hands begin to rope you guys in and secure the dock to the sky dock, or the ship to the sky docks. And a couple of guards approach Regan, who looks like the captain of the ship, and ask her, what's the purpose for your visit here? Any cargo you need to declare, yada yada. And she starts talking to them, running them through the list. And she's like, well, I'm here dropping these fine people off, but I'm also looking to get an appointment with some of your shipwrights in Clowin to get my ship fabricated. Is there any way you guys could hook me up with someone who can pass that word along while we're here? And they kind of look at each other very suspiciously for a moment, and then finally nod. And they're like, "If you want to see about that, go talk to Quartermaster Young." And the rest of you? And the guard turns to the rest of you.
Yes, I'm here on vacation.
Vacation.
I'm holding the
I
ladder.
would like to declare you have a very nice shirt.
Aw.
Thank you. It was cleanly pressed this morning. My
Aw.
wife does a very good job.
Ah, well, she has my compliment.
At any rate,
Yeah,
we've had a ration of attacks here on the city by those dirty silent dozers from around the reef. I'm sure you've had your troubles with them in the past if you've been in the reef for long.
What are dozers?
Ballerina's like, what, Dread? Maybe not.
Well, the dozers are reef natives who are more or less terrorists. They don't like people moving into these territories and unfortunately attack innocent people, blow up businesses, destroy our freighters, all sorts of stuff like that. So if you see anything, say something.
Oh, yeah, that's rather scary. Why did I come here on vacation?
She's like, I hate you.
Why are all three of you different species? It's just weird. Like, he's a human, and you're a Damphir, and she's a halfling. Fair enough, I guess. Attempted to, but
No, please. No, please. I would really like to hear what your account of kingship would be.
I was just thinking that it's weird. Damphir, your height got with a halfling to make a halfling her height. Had to be some acrobatics involved there.
Dread, question. Do you need any more rope to hang yourself with? That explains why I found you that way in the basement. It's really weird.
The guard shrugs his shoulders and is like, "Well, then you're not hanging yourself right. It's not the suffocation that gets you; it's the jerking of the neck." And he like makes a hanging motion. It's like snaps your vertebrae, die instantly. Usually, absolutely.
I would.
She's
She's
only
just like,
doing what she was taught by her dad.
you just see her take a big breath and just like bite her tongue and like she's wanting to say so much, but she's just not.
And this is the weirdest you've been in weeks, Dread. I'm not gonna lie.
Aw, Judd just wants a family.
Well, he's got one with us, apparently. He's not happy with it, but he's stuck with it.
You know it's family.
Yes, but thank you. Yes, we do need to move along. I just look at the person that's greeting us. Is like, thank you for the warning about the terrorists. I'd rather not get blown up. Pay attention,
Everywhere.
young
Everyone listening. Okay.
Very well.
man.
At any rate, keep your noses clean and stay out of trouble. And have a good time here in Suset. At least one of it can be found. And the guards kind of take a
Clogged
quick
with
inventory of
crime.
who's here and then leave.
All right, Dread. Well, I don't know what your ploy was there, but I think it worked.
Ew.
You keep this line ambiguous long enough, you might be right.
Wait, we have a town? Hold on, is that the actual picture?
So
Okay.
the fortress is actually where you guys are at. It's the Sky Docks.
Yeah, so we're here technically, and
Yeah, basically.
man, airports are fucking crazy.
They are.
You know, have you ever tried
Fancy
exiting an airport from past the gates before, like, without taking a flight? Apparently, it felt like the most complicated thing in the world. Like, when I missed my flight, I was like, I just need to leave the airport. They're like,
Yeah.
well, you can't go this way. I'm like, well, wait, do I gotta go? Well, you gotta go talk to her, and then she'll let you through that door. I'm like, okay, but she's like extremely busy. There's like a line a mile long. I finally get up to her after waiting like hour and a half in line, and I'm like, I need to exit the flight. I missed my flight. I'm trying to go home. She's like, okay, well, why don't you just tell me? I was like, I'll just open the door.
Let me out.
Yeah.
Maybe. But it's the only experience I have with it. So therefore it will be the only experience I will ever think about.
Yeah, yes, I'd rather not miss my flight on our own. Well, ferry. That would be disappointing. Okay, well, while we're in town, let's just do try to be on our mindful. Apparently, these terrorists could be anywhere, and I'd rather not get blown up or a roof collapse on me, or I don't know. Who knows what they might do? He was very vague. Yeah.
So, what are you guys gonna do?
Let's see.
Sure, please.
Hold on. Thank you for reposting the contract because this is what we need to do, right?
Yes, that's what you guys were here to do.
All right. Now it says, how do you pronounce this captain's name?
Hoshizaki.
Captain Hojizaki of the Tashimura, a grizzled mercenary leader with the reputation for taking questionable contracts. This time, he's looking to recruit outside help due to suspected intel leaks. Objective: escort a shipment of their what is it? Thadrival? What is that?
Supplies. Escort a shipment of supplies
Okay. To
from
Sunset on the
Fazleville to
outskirts.
Suset.
Oh,
Hold on. I
But we got to find Captain Hozaki.
Yeah.
I would hope not.
No.
'Cause they would just come out of nowhere if we did. They're like, you have entered the area. Bloop. Inventory. Quest has been updated.
Autosave.
Okay, guys. Now we soft lock the game if we don't go all the way in the town.
No, it'd be more like you guys load the supplies in your jammer, turn around, and you're like, wow, there's an awful lot of cover and healing items here.
Yeah. It's like, well, we're not really escorting a shipment.
Oh, this box is full of ammo and it doesn't run out.
Like, you're not escorting it, you're now stealing it. Why is it speaking in opera music? Well,
Okay, so we got to find out where this captain may be.
and I just look around. Did Evan Deere come with us?
Yeah.
Evan, where do you suggest we actually look?
Well,
Me? No. Maybe.
I've been here. If he's a captain, he probably either runs part of this town or is at least high up enough to have his own private dock somewhere here. We could ask around the service staff here, but all in all, a captain, he probably leads more than one spelljamming crew. Trust me, you don't want to eat space oysters.
I could go for it. I haven't had oysters in like 3 years since my last vacation. Where was that place called again?
It's a
Anyways,
little awkward time of the year for oysters, but
you know,
I
And they
guess
had, like,
they might have a seafood bar here.
they had like all these different like hot sauces you can use, and some were just like vinegars, and I got to use a lot. They had Malpacks, and those were like the cheapest ones, but there's other big ones. I don't know where these came from. I forgot their names, but they're funny names and they're big. Apparently from the West Coast, and then they took them to the East Coast, so they grew on the East Coast. So they tasted like West Coast, but they're a bit better, like East Coast ones. So I don't know. I really like East Coast oysters.
You know,
Let
there's
the
three
man
topics
talk.
that
He
really
has a
get them
lot to say.
going. It's like history, guns, and food.
It's your classic like dad knowledge.
What
Once
else
he
am I
gets
supposed to
going, he
talk
knows a
about? My
lot
war
about it.
record. I don't want to talk about that. Nobody wants to talk about that.
Well,
Sure.
They committed an entire bar for just oysters.
oh yeah, they're really popular.
See, and seafood. Yeah. A
Rock
blue-
lobster.
There's rock lobster. There's that. What's the other chain called? The Blue Oyster Cult.
That sounds
Oh, yes.
troubling.
My favorite bards.
Yeah.
Young Evanira, could you kindly just point us in a direction? Otherwise, I might just start walking in one.
We're all directionally challenged.
We literally don't know where anything is.
I'm gonna walk up to the nearest person and start asking directions.
Hold on, Jesus.
Poor Caleb.
But this is
We're teasing him. We made him believe that we were gonna go do plot related things, and now we're so distracted by space.
Exactly. I hadn't prepared on side quest for oysters. I guess I should have.
What?
How could you know?
I thought we were gonna find a place called, You should open it. Oyster.
So she like points you off in a direction. She's like, I know they've got a lot of restaurants in this direction. Maybe we can find one. Give me a survival check.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Survival for finding your way around a foreign city.
Well, and finding oysters that aren't shady as fuck.
That's a separate survival check. You got to find the bar first.
I got a 6.
I rolled a natural one.
Wait, hold on. I can use advantage because I can actually use keen smell on this.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I got
advantage.
a 16. Oh, yeah. So I got 19. 19.
So between bread and
I got to use keen smell.
between Delumbo and Dread, you guys managed to follow the smell of seafood from further away than everybody else, and eventually it's no longer Evandira leading the way, it's you guys, as you guys hone in on a small restaurant with like a blue canopy over the top. It's practically a hole in the wall. There are only like 5 chairs at this oyster bar. And there are 2 people sitting at 2 of them. And in a really shitty old sign on the top that's weathered from years and years of sun, it says
Well, that's how you know
Blue
it's
Lagoon.
good.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. Oliver Green's gonna seize the opportunity. He's in a brand new land. I don't think he's ever been here. He's gonna go ahead and cast Disguise Self, and he's gonna do it when he's like makes it like no one notices him and do it, and kind of like cut around a corner if he has to, like an unoccupied space. And he's gonna disguise self. Let everyone know. It's like, hey guys, I'm gonna go
Find a
ahead and,
telephone booth to change
yeah.
in.
I'm gonna go make a change and make myself a little bit more presentable to the land within. I think it might help gain us some clout. You'll see what I mean when I come back.
And then I go do that. And when I come back, I'm currently I look elderly. I'm gonna instead make myself look pretty much the same, but like instead only like just retired age, essentially, right?
Okay.
So just
So
a bit younger.
all you've done is change out your mustache.
Yeah, for the most part. But also I'm gonna make myself more look like a almost like a retired boat captain kind of like uniform.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
You
Kind of
want to
like
mimic the guards' uniforms.
not necessarily the guards, but like
Mm.
maybe like a captain of a different ship that I might have seen somewhere else. Like just the garb, just the clothing of it to make it look like I'm like a retired captain. So like essentially to have more clout, more like
Gotcha.
respect with other captains.
No, I get what you mean.
Well, I think that it's not appropriate to. You know what? I won't finish that statement.
Plus, it only lasts an hour.
Columbo is still
They might have more in the back. Who knows?
But also, if you could, while I'm looking like this, I think it's a whole different, let's just say, persona. So please address me as Colin. That's the name will go with us. Colin.
Captain Colin.
Captain Colin Mustard. Yes.
What was the ship that you were on? Just so we get our stories straight.
The bird's nest.
The bird's nest. Okay. She like says it to herself like a few times from her. Captain Holland. Bird. Captain Holland. The bird. Bird's nest.
Trust me.
Nailed it.
There was just this tottering old granny of a human inside of the restaurant making these oysters, and she waves her hand shakily and says, "Well, if you can find more chairs, I'd happily seat you, but we're close to standing room only." And then as she gets back to work, she stops shaking at all and is just rapidly prepping these oysters. And these oysters are about the size of your hand and are lime green.
Holy Moses.
Whoa,
Oh no.
these are gonna
That's
be great.
These are gonna be great.
Probably.
Well, I don't see any other choice, if you ask me. If you want the oysters, you must pay your time.
While you guys are talking, one of the other patrons kind of looks at you and offers you an oyster off her plate, and she's like, "Yeah, they're pretty good. They're worth standing and waiting for."
There you go.
She holds out a platter of like 3. Oh, you can buy me one too then.
Oh shit.
I'm married.
She's someone that's simply offering you a present that you can reciprocate by purchasing one once you've waited in line, and you simply spit in her presents. That's
See,
not
the
a
sea
need.
dogs got it. Here, do you
Yeah,
want to try one?
that was incredibly rude.
And I'll say thank you, ma'am, and I will gladly take one. And I just realized how disgusting it was, but I just
Oh no.
Nope.
Constitution saving throw.
oh yeah I okay.
Which you
top as
thought.
fuck. All right. Let's see. Let me actually pull up my character sheet. Forgot about making dice rolls. That's something you do within Dungeons and Dragons, right? You make
Right?
dice rolls.
What our main quest is?
I'm pretty confident it's only like a +2, but just confirming. So it'd be a total of 13. But checking.
Okay.
Well,
So
we're currently
hold on,
trying
hold on,
to
hold on.
finish
You
this
barely
contract.
passed.
But
Okay, well, that's not
Barely
fair.
the
passed.
main quest is defeating the prince and stopping the dragon. But in order to do that, we have to do lots of other things first.
Yes, it is +2, so confirmed. So 13 total.
So you
A bunch of
barely
things off
passed.
to the side, a side quest, if you will.
As you slurp
Indeed.
down this oyster,
An
it
appetizer
is one of the
quest.
most delicious pieces of seafood you've ever had, despite its color. It is super flavorful and absolutely perfect. It's just the wrong fucking color. Seafood should not be lime green.
I just looked.
Has it been like artificially dyed or something?
These things are drugs. These things you can get rather
Oh,
addicted
shit.
to easily. Ma'am, I thank you greatly. How much was that?
Oh, they're about 10 SP a plate. Per plate of 4.
And
Wait, whoa.
Damn.
I just like, well, for the surprise. And no, the lady giving us one is a patron that she paid 10 silver a plate for, and she offered us one. So
I
the
know,
lady
but
that's running it, she's only selling them for 10 silver. Of course she can't afford chairs. Anyways, I'm going to give her 1 gold piece in gratitude for showing me the ways of these oysters.
Instead of pocketing it, he just sets it on the counter, waits for another plate.
Oh,
Hmm. Well, still, that's hers. Her choice to do with it.
I'd like to do
Dread.
an insight check on this woman.
How about yourself? Are you going to wait in line?
Of course.
He's already waiting in line.
Yeah, I'm already in line.
So
I'm dead.
Amalia wants to do an insight check on the woman.
I'm at.
Amalia wanted to do an insight check on the woman.
Yeah,
Okay, give me an insight.
see if
check.
she's just like low key being friendly, if she's eavesdropping, if she looks like she's part of like some other ship's company or like anything. Oyster
Oyster bombs. I become a walking bomb. You punch me in the gut wrong, I explode. It's like, well, I
That's
put
a
all the
13.
deactivation codes in one of the oysters. Which one?
Deactivation.
This person's being pretty friendly with food that it costs as much as a hotel room.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
size her up. She's wearing adventuring leathers. She's got a short sword and a pistol on her hip. And she seems to just be quietly observing people around here and enjoying oysters at this bar. For what
Okay.
purpose, you can't really discern.
Okay. Is she wearing any like her clothes are just like standard adventuring stuff. She doesn't look like she's part of any particular crew or something that I would recognize.
No.
Most adventurers are.
I'd
Okay.
also point out she's spending 1 GP
Yeah,
per
a
plate,
lot.
effectively.
Yeah.
She got a little point.
10
It's 10
silver.
silver for 4.
Yeah.
When the old lady comes to collect the orders, she puts the extra silver piece in her bra and totters away. Yes.
Who's all evergreen? Yes, sir.
There you go.
You left your father on a boat? You
I
sick
just,
bastard.
I just give you a
No.
head nod and it's like, trust me, I get it. It's something to get used to for a little while.
That's awfully generous of you, miss.
Well, they say generosity goes pretty far in making new friends. Brings you guys to town.
Oh, sightseeing.
Oysters. And sightseeing. Vacation.
Well, so far as I know, the best spaced oysters are right here at the Blue Lagoon.
Yeah, blue oysters.
Immediately.
No, the
Blue
only
Oyster Club.
ones I find are these lime green ones. They look weird, but they're good.
They taste quite nice.
And as far
I
as
have to admit.
sightseeing goes, well, sorry you guys couldn't come to Susette when it was a little more in its natural state, you know?
What do you mean?
So
Oh well, you know, we got blown up buildings, hole in the border wall.
It reminds me a little bit of home. It's not too big of an issue.
Well, I'm glad for that, I guess. Hate to see our lovely Susette make a bad impression on new visitors.
Well, you make up for it with these oysters, I can assure you that.
Well, I do, but probably not the kind of business you upstanding citizens are involved in. I do a bit of wet work. You know, sometimes you've got the stray monsters roaming around here on the reef. Uh, Occasionally, you get ne'er do wells like those silent dozer people. And it's a
Yeah,
shame, but somebody's got to pick up the pieces.
your guard mentioned that on the way in. Are they really that big of a problem? Are they the ones that are causing all of this?
I don't know if
All
I'd
right.
say they're the cause. Certainly, they did it, but I mean, if someone invaded your homeland and just claimed it for their own, yeah, I could see people feeling a certain way about that.
Yeah, I don't disagree there. Unfortunately, it's not our fight. That's something that you and the citizens of this nice town have to reconcile. In the meantime, we have these oysters. They're delicious.
Wow, that's crazy. Didn't think you upstanding folk would be into what work like that. Yeah, that sounds dangerous.
You know, it takes to make whatever it takes to make a few coin occasionally. Danger aside, it was a job, and we got it done. Rather efficiently, I'd say.
No, I can't disagree there.
Nobody died. We
Nobody died.
saved the day.
Why are you singing like that? That's weird.
He's a little short-sighted
Special.
sometimes.
Yeah. Because we're all fine, there's no reason we should be jet lagged. We came on the same ship.
No, he's great. He's actually one of our muscle, as much as it may not seem.
I mean,
Wait, how tall is Dread anyway? 5'9", 110 motherfuckers, a skeleton like me. Probably even more so. Dude, 110 pounds at 5'7", you look dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do. Like his stomach is like concave or whatever, like no organ usage. Like
It makes sense why he acts like a crackhead. He is a crackhead.
Almost looking like freaking Christian Bale and the Machinist. Machinist?
alas,
Yeah.
this motley crew has definitely been through a little bit, and I would say we're not well seasoned, so to speak, but I'm not here to brag.
Well, if you're not going to brag about your exploits, I don't think I need to brag about mine, but either way, if you have any issues or information you're looking to find, just let me know. Maybe I
Well,
can trim up something for you.
what is your name?
Mary.
Mary, I'm glad you asked. Mary, in fact, we are on a bit of a mission. In fact, you might be of some assistance. You may actually be the one to ask. I'm looking for a particular captain, a captain by the name of Captain Hirshoki. Have you ever heard of him?
Hoshizaki?
Sure, that's his name.
Yeah, Captain Hoshizaki actually runs this town.
Perfect.
His main office is in the sky docks, but there's this nice little gentleman's club out on the south side that you can find him at as well.
As you're saying that, I look over at Dolumbo. Dolumbo, are you writing this down? Just by chance, like, would your character be writing this down in the notebook?
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm like, quickly write this down. I'll just say it because I know you already are.
Today's the
But if we did, we would be missing out on the opportunity to seize these oysters. As I grab another one and slurp it down.
one yet.
Oh yeah,
They just need to be shot.
just gotta shuck 'em.
Well,
Just
Dread.
oysters, Rockefeller.
you've waited in line. You've paid the coin. Now, are you going to actually take the dive and put one in your mouth?
And then Mary looks at you guys a little more
Dread.
closely and goes, "Wait, holy shit! Is that a skeleton?"
Yes. Yeah. He's
Oh, yeah. He's our sniper. Don't put yourself in the crossfire.
How does he? I don't want to know.
Right. That is the answer.
Are you sure you don't want to know?
Wingdings. Sometimes they want to know.
Absolutely, they did. Okay. Well.
I have one.
Oh, if you ate one, it's a DC 12 con save. You'll find out if you fail.
I got a nat 20, 22. Hey.
See?
They're delicious. Nothing happens.
Oh, so good.
Yeah,
Oh, well, then I rolled a 14 on my next one.
you're good. If you fail, something happens. Yeah, there's 4 on the plate.
I would.
Okay. You are under the effects of the charm person spell
Oh no.
by the next person you lock eyes with. No, the next person you look at. That you lock eyes with. Kelly, you're on mute.
Unmute yourself, Kelly.
This is gonna be great. This is gonna be great.
So, Dread, what's your thoughts on these?
Wait, look in your eyes.
Mary leans over and she's like, "Oh, looks like he hit his limit."
Do tell. What do you mean by that?
The space oysters are powerful aphrodisiac.
Oh,
Oh, I was unaware of that. And he failed too.
Nope, same effect. But it is the charm person spell, so it's a minute, I believe.
Yes, the DC was 12.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's an hour.
Dread, snap out of it. And I just take the 2 remaining oysters that I have, and I'm just like, you know what? Push. Oh, Dread. You'll get over these butterflies eventually. In the meantime, we have a mission. We know where the captain resides, hopefully. But does anyone wish to peruse before we make our way that way? Besides you,
I'm
Dread, I know what you want to do, and we're not going to talk about it.
It was a small village, so you really didn't need pockets. You just sort of carried things like in little baskets and stuff. Little baskets, little bags.
Was it humid there?
Thanks.
Just wondering.
Was Mary telling the truth when she said her name was Mary? Caleb. Really good to know. Sometimes I've been worried that like everybody has secrets they're keeping from each other. Is everybody felt the same way that you did, Dread?
You were asking something about Mary?
Yeah, something about Mary. She was she lying when she said her name was Mary?
No, she was not.
Okay. You must be really successful at adventuring to afford coming to get these oysters. How often do you come here?
Every few days.
Wow. You must have a lot of coin then. Do you get a lot of jobs?
Yeah, mostly from the Tachimura. Go hunt down some dozers. Go hunt down some goblins. Anything they can't deign down to do and the city guard won't take care of for them.
I just
By chance?
put in. You say that you got paid to do that.
Money.
pretty
I
good
like
pay.
money.
I didn't hear what she said.
Pretty good pay. About good enough that I can afford the rent on my home and come here every few days.
I just back up and let Amalia continue talking. That's literally the only thing I needed to know.
Do you usually just stay on planet, or do you make your way around to the other areas?
Oh no, I'm only here around Susette and Susette Isle. I don't
Oh
venture
wow! So you must.
Isles.
Okay, so you must know the area really well then.
Oh, very well.
By any chance, have you run into any or heard any rumors about really racist elves?
Oh, the Crimson Dawn? Actually,
Yeah,
they've been pretty quiet around here recently. Sometimes
really.
they'd come and stir up trouble, and the guards would have to shoo them away. They even had a mid-air skirmish a year ago with Tashimura.
You know anyone that really wants to
Surprisingly
hit him where it
matched.
hurts?
Not that I'm aware of. The skirmish didn't lose any ships. So far as I know, nobody died in any of the little outbreaks. But
Well, good for them. That's good. I'm done. I'm
Do
back up.
you think what do you think kept them away? Do you think the Tashimuras were strong enough to just keep them away, or have you heard any rumors that they're coming back?
well,
Nope. Hello.
hey, Steven, baby.
You did it.
Maybe.
He did it, or at least he's
Uh,
there
We did
Well,
it.
in chat.
I think it's more
So
that
I'm here.
they're evenly matched in firepower.
Oh wow.
Tashimura, they're known for their laser weapons. At least their ship-bound laser weapons, and they have an all steel hull fleet, so pretty durable ships too. Yeah, pretty much ships with freaking lasers on their heads. Usually sharks.
How long has it been since we learned about that message, DM?
Um,
Or like,
about
I'm trying to figure out like between the time frame when when the prince is going to show up, in case I happen to disclose this information to any of the Toss Remora.
it's
Yeah.
been about 3 hours since you found it, and if you were assuming he got that letter that day, it's what it looked like. It hadn't been opened yet.
Mhm.
It's been about 3 hours since then, so about 2 days, 69-ish hours.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah, no, good call, Ron. That's definitely information that I think we could use as a bargaining chip with the Tashimuras. Be like, hey, they're edging in on your territory. I want to do something about that.
Well, thank you for the information. I appreciate the tip. And I toss her a gold coin.
She's just gonna catch it and put it on the bar.
You see, Amalia, you treat those that offer their information well, because they don't need to do that for free. And whether it helps us or it hurts us, it's still information they gave up. Everything comes with
Right.
a price.
Getting a kindness with a kindness. You're so right.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Was that Mary?
Yeah.
I was like, I appreciate that, Mary. The 2 oysters that you fixed for me, after seeing the effects on my good friend here, Dread, I'd rather not finish. Take no offense. They were lovely.
The granny shakes her hand and is like, "Oh, it's okay. Not everybody wants the good love oysters."
I look at Dread. Trust me, they are all yours.
Both at the same time.
Oh God.
It's an easy nat 1. It's 1d6 after making a saving, minus 1d6 to a saving throw.
Okay. Well, that's gonna take some time.
Yeah, it's just resetting the timer.
In the meantime, I'm just gonna kind of whisper into Molly's ear. Is like, duly noted. Now is your time to take full advantage of any questions that you have of him, if you wish. I think he's head over heels for you. But do with it as you wish.
Let me know if you have any questions too.
I was like, don't get bit unless it's consented. Not wrong.
Amalia's gonna 100% ask him about the Raven Queen, what his interest
One
is in
second.
Delumbo, if he has any other secrets that he's hiding, and what the truth is about the sheep.
Yep.
And if he really does hate Oliver Green. It's a fucking a drama queen.
Hey, Dread. Hey, Dread. Dread. How great is she if you can't even make other people into vampires?
And I just slap Wingdings on the back of the head. It's like, why are you letting him know you're eavesdropping?
Because I
An
can.
impudent vampire.
Got him. You sure?
So, what did the Div here mean that you were pairing him with the wrong sheep? Like figuratively speaking, or like literally you are getting information from the wrong actual sheep?
It's like, I'm agree with you. I'm pretty sure he was innocent. He had nothing to do with it.
Casually, he just said that.
Yeah. No, I'm just like, okay. Dread, we got to keep going. Enough with the dancing in the streets. Enough of this.
Wait, what
Ellerina,
about-
she's getting quite upset. Look at her. She's just
There's a crowd
fuming.
staring.
I still want to know.
Ah,
Okay, I think it's best if we're just friends. Shake hands. She's gonna go tell
wanna say
Oliver
that, like-
absolutely everything she found out. You bitch.
Did we leave the oyster place yet or no?
No, not unless you want to.
I want some oysters for the road
You get another order of oysters to go.
with ice and put them in a little box.
Okay. Well, we know where we need to go. It's up to you guys if you want to take a look around, see if we want to try and find anything else to do. Ellerina?
Sorry, what's up?
You want to do anything?
You want to look
I don't know
around?
what's happening, but I'm just gonna go up to Amelia and I'm tell her while looking at Dread, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Amelia. Looks to me like you attract not the pleasant kind.
Well, we all
Dread
attract
absolutely
trouble in
does.
our own way. And I found out a lot of really neat information, so it'll work.
Mm-hmm.
Oyster?
Sometimes I think that no, I don't like that he's upset with me. But at the same time, I really do think that everybody just wants to be friends, and sometimes they just need a little nudge. And this was a really good nudge, so no regrets.
No deal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
No. As much as I didn't want to stop you, I was going to have to.
we're gonna have to hurt you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Colin must.
Yeah, I was gonna ask why he wasn't talking like Mr. Green or Oliver Green.
Yep, I went from elderly to just retired.
Okay. And we're at an oyster bar. Got it.
And the
Or-
oysters, if you
Blue
failed the saving
oyster.
throw, made you charm person to the first person you see.
They were super aphrodisiac.
Yeah.
And that's
Were
pretty
there
much why we're
cowbells
in.
everywhere?
Cowbells?
Yeah. You guys not doing the band reference or something else?
No.
Oh,
No, he
Okay.
didn't.
you guys missed it. Okay.
Well, let's head to then Captain Hashashi.
You're perfect. You're purposefully messing up the name.
It's the new Bender Snitch
I'm gonna say
cover
this whole
pants.
excursion took you guys about an hour.
Perfect. Yes, because we really had to stop and smell the roses went everywhere we could.
Okay, so you guys return back to the sky dock. Again, it's crawling with guards. But you guys start asking around, hey, where's Captain Hoshizaki's office? How can we get in contact? And eventually, one of the guards points you in the direction of his second in command. And they're like, unfortunately, Captain Hoshizaki's too busy for you. But our Lieutenant Avris, can determine whether you actually need a meeting with him or not.
Well, then this contract's going unfulfilled, and I blame you for it.
This contract is void.
Unfortunately, those are just the terms I work with, sir. If
Then
you
who do I
can
speak
pass
with
it
about
along-
it?
Pass it along to Lieutenant Avers, right over here. And
All right.
it will either make its way up to the captain or it won't.
All right, then. I will play by your rules.
So, as they escort you to Lieutenant Arvis Crane, you notice that he's a tall, lean elf with piercing green eyes and just an absolutely menacing aura. He's got light leather armor, he's got sets of pistols on his chest, like bandolier style. and he's got a really wicked, mean scar that goes from his jaw all the way up to his temple. And he eyes all of you as you enter his office and says, "Well, you don't seem to be here for pleasure. What's
Oh.
brought you?"
Quite the opposite. We have come because we have been summoned. And now I find that the person that has summoned us is not presented. Well, then, rules have to be rules, I understand. But I do have this contract presented to me by one Garth. He advised me that this needed to be filled, and, well, I guess in order to do so, I have to speak with you.
Ah, that contract. Very well. He like fishes some paperwork out, looks at it, puts it away, and says, "If I might see yours."
And I just present it.
He looks at it, and then he looks at it really closely, and nods and stamps it, and hands it back to you, and says, "Very well. The captain's currently in a meeting, but we can still honor this contract. Before you
That's a
depart."
wicked scar.
Oh yeah,
That's a wicked
got it
scar. Where
from
did you get it
that-
from?
from those filthy dozers.
Yeah, that's something that I've heard needs to be taken care of. Business for a different day. Once that's been completed, we might return for some additional coin. Maybe.
Maybe. Definitely would have a job for you then. But at least for now, keep your nose to the grindstone and, keep your nose out of Hashimura business. We'll get along just fine.
And I just whispered to Ellerina, is like, I know, right? Isn't that thing crazy?
Like half his face.
It's like, but I just make it look like I'm reprimanding her for it, but I'm just like, that thing's nuts. I mean,
At any rate, go see Quartermaster Yana about getting the packages required. And then, before you leave, I'll make sure that Captain Hoshizaki makes time in his busy schedule for you. I'm sure he'll want to personally discuss why he's having a third party intervene in this job.
very well. In the meantime, we'll queue somewhere close.
Very good.
Well, you heard the man. We have no business here at the moment. Let's continue on.
All right.
And I just give him a head nod out of respect and continue on.
So, what you gonna do now?
How long did he say? Or he didn't know. He just
He said to go see Quartermaster Yana about the packages
Mhm.
that need delivering. So that you guys can get them ready and depart quickly. But he's going to see if he can't get the captain out of his meetings, because the captain wanted to speak to you personally.
Mm.
was
See,
like,
this is way better treatment than we got from Rita. Rita's
don't
fucking
know.
secretary.
There is a sense of underlying corporation.
What do you mean?
Well, places like this, they tend to ask the most out of you with paying you just as much as it takes for you to get you to do it.
Mm. Like a pyramid
Evandira
scheme.
nods and she's like, "Yeah, they pay you just enough to keep you coming back, but not enough that you can break away and go out on your own. And they always conveniently happen to have the parts you need at just a little bit more than you're willing to pay for them."
But the reason I say for the extra persona is these types of people, I'd imagine, are the type to categorize and catalog individuals. And, well, as much as you can control the flow of information, the better. Until then, I'm going as Colin Mustard.
I would agree that information is probably the best currency we have, especially against the Tashimuras, who seem to have a lot of currency.
Well, they also have the current amount of influence. That's a currency of its own. And if we can do what we can to siphon some of that currency, then perhaps we might be able to create a fleet of our own to handle bigger problems than we currently can. And that's what I hope to do.
Especially since everywhere we go, we seem to be making more enemies than friends.
Very much so. But, a couple favors here, a couple favors there to the right individuals. That's not these bottom feeders on the food chain. Well, we might be able to garner that influence and make a few of those friends. And as long as you guys are along for the ride, you will benefit from anything that I can actually conjure up.
Evandira kind of shrugs and goes, well, I mean, Amalia, you say we've been making more enemies than friends, but have we really made any enemies that have ships?
I mean, ships,
Evandira,
we've been blowing them up.
Exactly. That's the reason why they don't have ships at the moment. But their friends might.
Yeah.
True.
Especially the more we go around destroying more ships, the more infamous we become. And unfortunately, the more infamous the Raw Slants becomes. And it puts a target not only on our backs, but on backs of you and your crew.
Amalia, as much as I like to agree with you there, this is unfortunate reality is wherever there's a vacuum, there is someone there that will end up filling it. And as much as we might be thinking we're making waves, realistically, we're just making waves to the people that are around those situations. Anything that left in our wake will definitely be gobbled up, consumed. Any positions will be definitely reappointed by anyone. Just we have to be careful of every bit that we throw out there.
No, I agree, and that's. Go ahead.
No, continue.
Oh, go ahead.
Evandira just asks, it is weird though that he's having a third party do it when he's got so many ships under his command. Like, look at how many private docks there are. They're filled.
Mm-hmm.
And that, my friend, is the chink in the armor you have to strike. It's weird to you, that's because something stands out. And perhaps we can capitalize on this. Nonetheless, let's go talk to Nancy or whatever their name is and acquire our supplies.
Quartermaster.
Do we have the spinner?
Actually, yeah, good question. I don't know where the spinner is.
We're gonna need to pick the supplies.
Well, I think they're loaded directly into the sky dock. Load directly onto the ship.
Alright.
But that's still a good question. But how's everything on your end, Steven? Enjoying the out of country experience?
Hey, your niece is right here bugging me.
Well, you don't get that at home.
Hold on, just
So
maybe
enjoy
if I
it.
can put the camera on real quick. Espérate, amor.
I see love.
Right.
And a full moon.
That means hello.
Hola.
Hola.
Hey, bonita.
They don't speak Spanish.
Ve, ¿y usted tienes unas cosas como Dios que
She's so cute.
Ooh, I only got about 3 words of that.
I don't even know what she said. Sorry.
Where TNA's kitchen's like. And
Yeah, good night.
I can
Yeah,
definitely
good
tell
night.
the two are related. She looks so much like you.
Okay, ya. Go, Gurus. Bacarme.
But yeah, where to next?
so
What?
if the Tashimuras have a tendency of overcharging for their parts, why are we going to the quartermaster to pick up parts?
We're not. We're going to pick up supplies that we are to use as part of our journey, our voyage, our quest, our mission, whatever you wish to call it. We have to simply
Okay.
transfer it from one place to another, and that's the whole point.
Okay.
It's not
I thought
ours.
the Tashimuras were referring us to their quartermaster. I was like, hold up.
No, we do have to speak with them to acquire the supplies.
Okay, gotcha.
So you are right there. And then I'd imagine we probably just ask around until we find where we need to go.
It's not hard to find where the quartermaster is because it's always got a constant flow of people coming in and out with packages. And once you make your way there, wait your turn in line for about 15 minutes. You come across Yena Stokebrook. Yena is a short, stocky dwarf with long red hair and a big, tight bun on the back of her head that's almost about as big as her head is. And in her hand, she has a battered old ledger that she's constantly taking note in of what's coming in and what's going out. And she seems to be pretty impatient with the people around her, but otherwise in a fairly upbeat mood.
Ah, well, you certainly look like a person of importance. You seem to be the person that I might even need to be talking to. Are you quartermaster? And what was the name again?
Yena.
Yena? Are you
Yena.
quartermaster Yena by
Not
chance?
Nancy.
She nods and goes, "Aye, that I am. Well, what brings you here?"
Well, I and this motley crew of mine have been summoned to, well, complete this contract, and I present it to her.
She looks at it and goes, "Oh, okay. I think I know the packages for that one. Been sitting here for a moment. No, none of the third party contractors were really willing to run it." And as she's looking around and like pulling packages off and setting them on a small pallet, she goes, "So, what makes you want to stick your nose in the beef between the Tashimura and the Silent Dozers?"
Money.
Well, to be quite
Guns.
honest,
You
it's
know,
rare to get, let's just say it's rare to have coin seem to fit the mood just right with you guys. It's not wasn't our first option, but here we are.
Well, working with the Tashimura is never anybody's first option, but it's usually their last.
You said that
I
like
think.
they don't really have a whole lot of options beyond that.
Well, it's what it is, right?
But you seem to know a lot from around here. You seem to be doing quite well in your position and status. What's your thoughts on the organization then?
The Tashimura, if you can strike a contract with them, they honor the contract to the letter. The pay's good. The terms not so great. But
I'll watch out for the fine print on these people.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Well, that's the reason why let's say some of us are a little bit more hesitant than others. But we are here. And we intend to complete our end of the bargain as long as you guys uphold yours. don't fall into any rumors, and we won't care.
Well, if you don't mind me asking, do you know what ship you're going to be taking this on? I'm
Well-
supposed to be putting things like this in our manifest, but the captain told me not to for this mission in particular, and it just, as a quartermaster, it rubs me the wrong way. I'd like to know, even if only for my own sake.
Well, then
Why would
I'm
he
gonna
want to
say,
keep things under the books?
That's a great question.
Especially
gonna
if going
say-
after the dozers is a regular thing. Sorry, go ahead.
no worries, I'm just gonna say, let's just say we would like to speak with the captain before we divulge that bit of information, just in case.
That's fine. I understand. Second all that.
You never know.
If you can just sign here and here, these 2 pallets of materials are yours.
The
And I
fine
just
print, for the love of
signed-
God.
I just signed Colin Mustard.
He checks it and goes, "Yep, well, you're good to go. Before you leave town, you should probably get a drink. We've had a lot of packages, a lot of supplies going to Thradvasil. Had a lot of them going missing, even on Spelljammers. It's got an hour away. There should be no reason for them to go missing, but they always seem to."
I have to admit, to most people that might sound ominous and scary, but that's the reason why we're here. Let's just say that.
I'm assuming our captain set up a sting.
Would it matter to you?
Not really.
Very well. We shall take these supplies. Would you have any ETAs when the captain might be available?
I mean, he was in a meeting, so maybe an hour or 2 from now.
That's unfortunate. Well, we have nothing but time then. Perhaps that drink is not such a bad idea.
You said a lot of packages have been going missing. Any idea about who would be taking them?
Oh, I think we both have a good idea of that last. The dozers.
The dozers seem to be blamed for everything lately.
That's
Well-
hard to see why.
You know,
I mean, after all, they're activists. They blew up a building, blew a hole in our wall. I mean, a nail falls out of place, and it's the dozers that did it these days.
Mm.
they make themselves easy to hate, don't they?
So, before somebody described them to us as terrorists, but you called them activists. So, what exactly are they fighting for or against?
Some of them
They're-
are fighting for their home.
They're wanting to reclaim the land that these individuals seem to be encroaching upon.
Hard to not root for an underdog, you know?
Hmm.
But I work for the
Fair enough.
Tashimura now, so I am feet firm on the other side of that.
Fair enough.
I just make an insight check on that. I wonder if she's lying.
Make an insight check.
I'm going to. Ooh, I inspiration and got a nat 20.
Gorgeous, beautiful, love that. Plus 1d8 after making a saving throw.
But a total of 24.
Yeah, so you can tell she's not telling the truth, but she's not entirely lying either. Like, she knows things she's not letting on about. And when she said, "My feet are firmly on the other side of that fence," that's an oddly specific choice of words.
Mm-hmm.
Can I detect thoughts?
You could.
What's up?
Are you going to cast Detect Thoughts?
Yes.
Okay. So her surface thoughts are worry and concern, and also that lunch is nearby.
Worry for us or for herself? Or for
Ellerina wouldn't be able to tell specifically without trying to dive deeper.
Okay.
Or by
Good.
asking leading
I'll dive.
questions. Like, if you ask leading questions, you could get more, or if she tried to dive deeper into her mind, you could get more.
A detect thoughts lasts for 1 minute.
Hour.
Anybody?
Do you
Anybody
know
has a question that they
anybody
can find out?
who? Do you know anybody who's affiliated with them?
What she says is, no, of course not. I'd have long turned those people in for any bounties that might be on their heads. And what she
Money comes
thinks
first.
is the name Rayla Brightcliffe.
Rayla Brightcliffe.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it would be awful to be affiliated with such a group of people that's so, it seems like, blanket hated around here. I mean, can you imagine knowing somebody or even being related to somebody like that who was on the other side of a conflict like this?
Yeah, I could imagine. It'd be a terrible place to find yourself in. Certainly, you'd drink yourself to death over it.
Oh, definitely. Rayla Brightcliffe, any thoughts on if that's a friend of hers, if she's related to them? She just
Only that
knows
she
the name.
knows them,
Okay.
and that they know each other pretty well.
Okay. Interesting. Anybody else? Any other questions for her generally?
No.
No, not me.
But the minute's already up anyway.
Lovely. Boy, time flies.
I just told Oliver Green the name that I heard.
Once we
He's
leave,
dead
though,
correctly.
right? Not like just like in the
Yeah.
shop.
Right in front of her.
Okay.
Oh no, right after we leave, of course. Right in front of her, like, hey, I just heard the thoughts you said.
Yeah.
I just look at Ellerina and it's like, Ellerina, I'll never get past how interesting you can be at times. I never would have thought you to use that at such a crucial moment. Well done.
She's looking for a person that keeps changing their appearance.
Well, one must do what they must.
Likewise. Can't keep anything hidden from me.
How long has it been since I first turned into this appearance? I'm literally spending spell slots each time.
Oh, it's so you did it right before you went to the oyster bar. So it's been an hour, maybe an hour and a half.
Okay, so I'll just chalk it down as 2 so far. That's fine.
Are you guys just gonna take the packages directly to the Lance?
I am going to say wingdings. How perceptive
Yes.
are you?
I mean, I'm pretty all right as far as my perception goes. Don't exactly have eyeballs, but I can find things.
Is there any way you could take a high ground and take a look around and see if anybody's scouting us out?
Let's see. I kind of take a look at the buildings. About on a scale of 1 to 10, how climbable are they?
Dread's the
They'd
one
be
with the
pretty-
spider climb.
What's your perception?
I was
though?
gonna say they're gonna be pretty difficult for wingdings to climb.
Ah,
Like athletics or acrobatics?
It'd probably
Well,
be an athletics.
Arguably,
You know what?
since Wingdings is just skeleton, could he like piggyback on Dread? Dread could climb and Wingdings could see.
I'm gonna risk it for
You
the
guys own a
biscuit with
business
athletics.
together.
Even though I have a -1, I have advantage, so I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit.
So like what you could do is go up to the sky dock that the lance is moored at right now, or
Guidance.
try and climb from the ground. But either way, I'm gonna need a stealth check too.
Okay, I
Oof.
make that a disadvantage with a +7. So, hold on. Do you want the climbing first or the stealth first?
Stealth first. Stealth
Okay,
before
I'm
anything.
giving you guidance.
first roll is a 25, and the second roll is a 26.
Nice.
nice.
Hey,
Nice.
yeah,
Okay.
very nice.
So I just fucking blend right into the background. Now for the climbing. Oh boy.
You
let's-
managed to find a spot after watching guards for a few minutes, like a spot where they're not patrolling as regularly that you can climb up.
Mhm.
So, do you want to start from the foot of the tower or go up to a dock and start climbing?
I'm gonna
Say
try
start at
and
the
go
dock.
up to a dock. Yeah, it seems a little.
Okay. While you're up at the dock, give me a perception check, and then we'll do your climb.
Okay, perception. That's a +4 for a whopping 7.
Mm.
Wait. Let me double check something. Do I have? Aha! I have tactical mind. When you fail an ability check. Oh well. I guess I gotta see if I fail it first.
Yep.
No, that's definitely a failure. A 7's definitely a failure, bro.
Okay, cool. So on a failure, I can expend a use of my second wind, and instead of regaining HP, I can roll a D10 and add the result to my ability check.
Okay. Roll high.
And if the check still fails, the use of second wind isn't even expended.
Oh man, that's free practically.
Okay, so +7 on top of that for a 14.
I feel bad because I'm doing these things in like degrees of success.
That's fair.
Uh-huh.
And this is like right above the minimum. So you get minimal information. Do you want the information or do you want to fail and keep that D10?
Just use it.
I mean,
Wait a second. Do you have heroic inspiration?
actually, I do.
Pop it. I give it out like free candy every short rest.
Okay. So, perception again. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So you're out here, you manage to evade the guards, and you look down and you can see like there's a suspicious number of civilians around the tower that don't seem to be doing anything. It's
How
not
suspicious.
a lot, but it's like 3 or 4 of them that are just like sitting there eating a banana, jotting something down in their notebook. Getting up and moving to a new position. Sitting down. Eating another banana. Why is it always bananas? Jotting down. It's like you've seen Delumbo do the same thing. These are either undercover cops or dozer agents.
I see. I see. Ain't looking good, boys. See the cops, dozer agents. Either way, it seems like they're severely lacking in potassium.
So maybe I can fix this.
If you'd still like to climb the tower, there's more information you could gather
I'm
with
going
just
to
the height
climb.
advantage.
So
Athletics.
So with athletics, I have advantage.
He was
And a
mindset on
negative
climbing to
1.
stay 1.
Oh boy, here we go. So the first roll is a 4.
That's
And the
not great.
second roll is an 8. But I can use my second win.
You're gonna need a 7.
Roll. Oh shit. Look at it. Look at it. Caleb.
Literally
Look
a
at
7. Literally it's a 7.
You are fucking kidding me. This is fantastic. I love it. So you meet the DC exactly, and like you climb, slip a little, your arm falls off and connects to your knee, and then you keep climbing like that.
I'm gonna
With my knee.
With
With my knee hand.
your knee hand.
Fair. Very nice. So I guess I managed to make it up there.
You managed to make it up to the top, and as far as you can tell, nobody saw you do that. But when you get to the top of this tower, you look out into the outlands, and you can like it's a little weird to think of it like this. When you guys were coming in on the Spelljammer, you could see the area in a very broad view, but not a close-up view as you guys came in closer to the tower to land. But you get a better sense of the lay of the land here with no obstructed views sitting on top of the tower. And what you can see is that like there are these little pockets in the trees around the town that have been cleared out, and it looks like people have camped there. And none of them are active, but it seems like they're regularly used.
Someone's using this. Don't like it. Don't like it at all. Is there anything else?
Make a perception check.
Oh boy, here we go. Ayo, 22.
Holy shit. Nice. So with
Feeling good.
22, you can see, like, you use the scope on one of your laser rifles to look at these campsites, and you can see that some of them are really fresh, like today fresh. Nobody's in them, but they've been used very frequently.
They've already infiltrated. They're ready to do a strike.
Oh yeah. Don't like that at all.
And then Amalia, well, you guys are loading these crates on, and maybe after that's done, waiting for Wingdings to get back with his information, a small child runs up to you and goes to pull on your shirt and realizes you're not wearing pants, so they just kind of tap you on the leg.
Sugar.
And they said, the nice man paid me to give you this, and they hand you a letter and run off giggling.
Mm.
Don't like that.
That can never be good. A little kid being paid to do something a grown person won't do. Open that letter with caution.
She's gonna look around and see if, like, is there anybody watching her open this letter?
Perception check.
I mean, just by nature of
19.
Amalia's attire, she's probably getting stared at all the time.
This is nothing new. It's just different somehow.
Yeah, a different type of look. It's a 19.
With a 19, as the kid disappears off into the crowd, you manage to track them as they run away, and they run up to a half orc with all these scars and like pieced together armor, and he has this really stern, stoic face. But when the kid comes up to him, he gives the little kid a hug, puts 2 gold pieces in their hands, and then they run off and he walks off.
Mm. Can she catch up to the orc?
In this crowd, probably not.
Oh, okay. She's gonna open the letter. Okay.
So inside, like you go to open the letter. How do you open this letter?
Is it like, is there a seal on it?
Yeah, there's a wax
Is
seal
it-
and everything.
Okay, what does the wax seal look like?
It just looks like a simple round stamp. There's no pattern in it.
Okay. She'll break the seal.
So you break the seal, you open it up, and there's like a smell of like
Oh.
dandelions and flowers.
Aww. This anthrax.
And then the bomb goes off.
Yeah. What?
It's literally anthrax.
And as you like pull out the little note that's inside this letter packaging, it's like a 2-sided note card, and all it
Right.
says is, on the one side it has a picture of like a crystal surrounded by flowers, and as you turn it
Okay.
over, it says, Rayla would like to talk to you.
Oh shit. Okay. Cool. And there's nothing finicky about the smell of dandelions. It's just the indication
It's
that this
perfume.
came from the activists.
It's perfume. As far as you can tell, it's perfume. It does not
Okay.
taste or smell like a poison.
Okay. Just trying to keep everybody safe.
Do tell.
Elrina is the one who got the name, right? Elrina, got a familiar name that came up, and she just like hands the card over.
What's the name again?
Rayla Braidcliffe.
Oh. This is the one that
The
Dwarf Lady was
person.
thinking about.
Yeah. One of the activists, so to speak. We've been cordially invited.
Are we cordially going?
I mean, depending on how much. I mean, we've got an appointment to keep with what's his nuts.
The Captain Fitz whatever.
Yep. So, do we have enough time before that? Is there a location listed on this card?
Oh, have Captain Hoshizaki.
Hoshizaki. Yeah.
There's not a
Yeah.
location listed on
Prison
this
sauce.
card.
So it's all it says is they would like to talk to us.
Mm-hmm.
Are we supposed to wait
Yeah,
further
but-
instructions? I don't get
Is there
this
anything
kind of
magical on this letter?
Maybe it's
Yeah,
like,
it's a two-sided card. Is there a hint?
has anyone got a lighter? Maybe it's like a secret. Like,
Yeah, would I
It-
sense anything magical on this letter?
try putting a
Don't
fire under.
sense anything magical other than the smell of this perfume.
I got a lighter.
Hmm.
I light a lighter underneath.
Is there an area where this perfume? So is it like a fake perfume, or like you said, it smells like dandelions? Is there an area where those dandelions grow,
Yeah.
like
that's-
outside
Isn't
of
the love
town?
one elephant?
Yeah.
The love will
Oh.
sniff it. Remember this scent.
Yeah.
Use your nose
I-
powers.
Yeah, I can
Use your
smell.
mighty trunk
See if I
to
can
find it.
smell. If I can follow the lead again. We did.
Hmm.
What do I have to
Eventually,
go?
eventually, Windings makes his way back and gives you guys his information.
I don't like
you guys.
we were
I don't
being
like it.
scouted.
Mm-hmm.
We were definitely being scouted. Okay, well,
100%.
Well, let
So
me
then-
go and interrogate them. I'm a cop.
Delimbo.
yeah.
Do you think you could bloodhound these fools?
Of course. Yeah.
I'm willing to follow your lead.
I don't know where to start. Oh,
I mean,
well,
I just ask Amalia with the letter in front of his nose. Let him get that sent. I'm sure there can only be so many places where this powerful of a perfume could be emanating.
Legitimately, he has a feature to be a bloodhound
Yeah.
like that.
yeah. I have keen scent. Keen smell. So what do I got to roll?
Oh, you
it
just
should be
smell
an
it.
investigation.
Just investigation.
With
Even if I-
advantage.
Well, you
Yeah,
can
because
smell
you
it
got
and
your special
realize
nose powers.
It'd be
Yeah.
like an
Yeah.
investigation to try and find the source of the smell.
Yeah.
True.
7 to 18.
18.
Remember, you go for the advantage.
Yeah, that was my advantage.
Nice.
Your top brain kicks in, and you start with the first places you could find perfumes like these, or where these smells might be. And you're like, okay, let's go look at perfume shops. Let's go look at flower shops.
Low key though, do we have enough time to go on this this field trip before our appointment? Because he said he was going to move
We
stuff
could do
around
this
for us.
faster if we split off. You check perfume places, and we'll check flower spots, and we'll keep an eye
You know
out.
what?
I as
People-
the captain will wait for the
Okay.
With Windex,
And keep an eye out
to
for
go with me.
people with notes, taking notes.
What about me?
I will go talk to the dwarf lady again.
Why?
Uh-huh.
And actually, directly, she knows who this person is and where we can find him.
You sure about that?
Oh man, just gonna divulge that information to the Tashamora.
Yeah, that she's part of Tashamora.
She's part of the Tashamora,
But she knew she knew him.
but you know she knew the name, so it's one of those double-edged swords. You might be onto something.
It might fuck us.
What do you want? to do?
I'll go to the door. Do it.
Okay. I'm gonna wait at the ship and pretend like I'm overseeing everything as if it's my shipment that's being loaded.
Okay. Regan looks a little offended.
Aw.
And then, like, I don't know if you explained to her what you're doing, but
Mm,
No.
Not necessarily, but I don't tell her what to do. I don't go against any of her commands. essentially, if she says anything, I just act like it's my order and tell everyone else to do it.
I see. So how are the rest of you splitting up then?
I'll look at the flower shop, see what I can find.
I will see
And
the
while I'm there,
cottage
like
dwarf
taking
lady.
Okay.
Now I'll go to perfume shops.
I'll go with the lumber. Why not?
So we're gonna cover the dwarf lady conversation first.
Good.
So you make your way back to Quartermaster Yana. Fight your way through the crowds that are taking up her precious time, and she's like, "Yes, how can I help you? Pretty sure you've already been here today."
Yes, I have, but it's weird because as soon as I left this place, I get this letter. Do you know anything about this name? Any chance?
She
Level
looks at
cast
it.
detect thought.
She looks at it, and like things go
I
rushing
cast
through
detect
her
thought.
mind.
That's fee.
Like, okay, they're activated. Need to be quiet about this. And she like grabs it, looks at it, and like looks to make sure no one else saw it. And she's like, "Where did you get this?"
I mean, did you not just hear me? I went back to my room and the letter was there already. And you might know. I feel like you might know something around here since you're always hearing with a lot of people here and just getting packages.
Well, I'm a quartermaster. Of course I get a lot of packages. Look.
But you must have heard this name being said. I don't know who this person is or what it is or who they are.
She's the leader of the dozers that are around here. She's a little old
Why the
lady.
hell would she send me a letter to me? Huh?
I
Give me a
think
second.
Yeah.
Hold on. Steven walked away for a moment.
Steven, come back.
Steven, come back.
You can blame it all on me.
Sorry, guys. Something happened.
Okay.
What is?
You good?
Can you repeat what was the last thing you said?
She said, "Well, I'm a quartermaster. Of course, packages come through my hands. Like, I handle a lot of packages. The person who sent me this is the leader of the silent dozers around here. She's a little old lady.
Oh shit!
Do you by any chance know where I can find her?
Have you ever been to a shop called the Blue Lagoon?"
No. First
Yes,
time
we were
here,
there.
actually.
But
Are we
I
been
mean,
there? Yes, I've been
yeah.
there.
That's where we got the oysters.
Yes.
She like pulls you aside and is like, "Take this card, go back to the Blue Lagoon. If she's not working there, she can point you to where Rhea is."
Oh well, thank you. I take the letter and I just run as fast as I can with my stubby legs.
Okay. So now for the investigations from Amalia and Delumbo.
Another investigation.
Yeah, because you guys were going to try and find flower shop and a perfume shop, respectively.
Okay. Because I'm smelling. I hate this thing. 11, 12, 13. What's wrong with these things now? Did I go quiet? Hold on.
We hear you.
Yep. Yeah, I got a 13.
Oh, a 13 total.
I know. It's my rolls are not doing good right now.
I thought you were mathing because your voice kind of
You
trailed
go-
off at 13.
You go looking for a perfume shop in this town, and you can't find any. Like, you would think they'd have some around here, but you just can't seem to find any. Amalia,
Ready?
Yes,
investigation.
like an investigation check.
Yes.
Well. But I have my heroic inspiration from when I did the recap last time that I didn't use, so I'm going to use that shit.
You do that shit.
Hopefully,
God
roll
damn it! I
better.
could have done that too.
That's a 17 for me.
Okay. So with a 17, you're wandering around the city, and then you come to this nice little flower shop. And putting together these bouquets is this big, massive, burly orc with a bunch of scars and metal armor.
You look familiar.
And as you like you're looking over the shop, and he looks at you and he waves and he says, "Come on in, come on in."
Happy to see a friendly face.
Oh, of course. Everybody looks at me and some of them get scared, but nobody's scared of flowers.
I'm a little scared of flowers.
Oh
You
shit!
should be. Flowers are
I'm not
dangerous.
Yeah.
Do you know how many flowers are poisonous? Many.
Okay.
Good knowledge to have. What bring you today? What kind of flower you like? Not poison flower, I hope.
No. I'm looking for some daffodils, though.
Daffodil? Are you sure you know like dandelion?
Yeah. If that's what the note smelled like, yes.
It's what the note smelled like.
Yeah, I put a dandelion. Sorry. A dandelion. That's what it is. Sorry, I'm new to flowers.
He hands you a bouquet of these large dandelions, like they're obscenely large. And he goes, "Ah yes. These are old lady favorite. Well, what's his name? Stormroot not able to make delivery. Could you be bothered to deliver this to old lady for Stormroot?" And he writes down the address and sticks it in the bouquet of flowers. Is her birthday today? This one on house. And he hands you a bouquet of the dandelions for you and this other bouquet.
I'd be happy to. You seem like the kind of person who would get along really well with kids, even if you didn't have to pay them to do something nice for you.
Oh, better to spread the love around.
Like flowers.
Kids need to be taught what their best interest is, don't you think?
And what would their best interest be?
Keeping their home theirs.
Give a thumbs up and leave. That was wildly ominous.
Just okay.
Yep. Like walk backwards out of the shop.
I like how I rolled for who was gonna get targeted by this guy randomly, and it happened to be Amalia, the one with the
Fuck.
most visually identifiable issues.
How fast does Elerina run to catch up to any of these guys?
It's probably a good 10-minute run.
Damn,
But
it's like an
eventually.
hour for her stubby leg. Who would be the first one that I would see? Colombo, Amelia.
Probably Delumbo.
Okay. Delumbo see first. Delumbo! I found it! I found it! I found it!
What? That what?
Oh, apparently I have to go back to the oyster place, the blue lounge, oyster lounge. Apparently, there's somebody the old lady knows
I knew that.
who this person is. Damn, you're a really good detective.
I know. I had a feeling, a hunch.
So why are you here?
I was looking for a perfume
shop.
store, but I don't think they have any here. So next place was the flower shop, but we don't do that now.
I get it. I'm trying to get a perfume for Dredd because he does smell kind of once in a while.
He does. He does smell like sheep a lot whenever he comes back. I guess let's get everyone else
Anyway.
more oysters.
And we can get everybody else and meet over if he already knows where this person is.
Well,
The dwarf
Ellery,
lady was very. She was weird. Jose, Antsy? Where was she, Griff?
Well,
And I swear I didn't read her mind this time. It was my detective skills also.
Why do I feel like you're lying?
I never lie. I just bend the truth a little bit.
You sure about that?
Shut up. Anyway, should we go get Oliver or are we doing this solo?
I mean, I feel like
let's
we
get
should keep
Amanda
everybody
going.
posted.
I mean, we're gonna be running everywhere. We might as well just go to that flower shop and get everyone else, and we'll head to the Blue Lagoon. Figure out what we're doing.
All right. Let's go get Amanda. She's at the flower shop with Eva, and Windex. No idea yet. Are you with us?
Oh yeah, no. Everybody's here.
Let's gather the gang and let's go back to the blue place, and I'll inform everybody of what I know. I know where we are.
Okay.
Apparently, the old lady is hiding stuff from us. Ooh.
How much?
Oliver, you did the talking.
Is
Am I
Oliver
there?
here?
All the way we get there.
I thought
I'm still at the.
I
I'm
thought
at
he
the
was still
ship.
at the ship.
Yeah.
I'll do the talking.
Right. You did the talking.
So you guys are gonna head back to the ship?
We're gonna go to the lagoon.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll cut back to that scene in a minute. Back at the ship,
Oh boy.
Captain Hoshizaki arrives, and this human is older, like early 60s.
Okay.
Like just before retirement age, but he's very well dressed. His captain uniform is pripped and cleaned and pressed. His shoes are polished. All of the medals on his chest are polished. He carries a laser pistol. So he walks up and says, "Ah, very good.
Ah.
I-
You must
I
be.
hear you are mercenaries I hired.
That's one word that you can use, I guess. I'll allow it.
Why beat around bush? Knife is knife. Car is car. Mercenary is mercenary."
Yes, we are the ones you have hired.
Very good. I must ask special favor.
Yes.
You see. And he like shoos away his guards. And he loops his arm around your shoulder and leans in very closely. Like closer than he's comfortable with.
I'm
We have
sweating. I have a bubble and he broke it.
we have suspected intel leak. One of my own men has betrayed me, selling us out to dozers. I need to know who. I need to know why. So far, I only suspect Quartermaster Yana and Lieutenant Crane.
Is that the one with the big scar?
Yes.
Of course.
Big scars usually a good indicator.
All you need do, make delivery. Let me know who try stop you. You think you can do?
You make it sound so easy. But we'll see. I don't think I will have any problems. I do have other business, though, that only a man of your stature and of your import might actually have some use with.
Go on.
Well, I've heard you've had some run-ins with what are they called? The Scarlet something. What are they?
Crimson Dawn.
Yeah, the Crimson Dawn.
Crimson Dawn.
The
The name
Crimson
of the campaign.
I know it as the War of the Shattered Reef.
That's fair.
Fair, that's what it is on Discord. Fair.
But that's in my head. That's what I've called it, and that's where it would be, no matter what it's ever changed to.
War in the Shattered Reef.
Yeah. All I see is War and Shattered R. So I just filled in Reef. Anyways, I heard you had some run-ins with the Crimson Dawn. May I ask, how much do you dislike them?
Ah, the Dawn. Quite a thorn in our side. Hit and run tactics. Take our supplies. Strand our ships in dead space. Out beyond the reef. Between Reef and Draconia. Very bad. Would like to hurt them very much.
Do you have the muster to actually hit, say, the Vanguard? One of the head of the estates?
I would need to talk to other captains or propose it to CEO Hiroshi.
And what if I told you time of the essence? In fact, roughly, say, 65 hours.
Oh,
And you would have the exact whereabouts of a particular individual, say the headmost of state, and his honor guard.
see, very short notice.
That's why I bring it to
Well,
you
what-
directly and not one of your lackeys. Not to mention, it seems like you have some holes, so I wouldn't want this information being leaked. So, for your ears only.
He puts a platinum piece in your palm and
Oh,
says,
yeah.
"This good information. Crimson Dawn, good salvage. I will pass this to CEO Hiroshi with post haste. I
Tick
do not
tock.
know what kind of fleet I can provide. Very limited with such short notice. I will do what I can. For
I'll say-
revenge."
This is not my fight, just so you know. This is simply for you guys to hash it out amongst yourselves. I am simply an arbiter of chaos. Someone that's willing to pass the information on for the right price.
He chuckles and goes, "Arbiter of chaos. You seem to play the right side of chaos, though."
Perhaps this time.
Very well.
Until then, we will make your shipment. I'm sure we have plenty of time to do so.
Please let me know anything you discover in the meantime. Take
Multitasking.
care. It seems I have suddenly gained a new meeting I must urgently go to.
You know how to reach me, should you need to?
I will have someone send to you if necessary.
Very well. Until then.
He nods and kind of walks away.
He's excited.
Meanwhile, at the Blue Lagoon. By the way, Steven dropped out, so Oliver, you get to be Arena again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back at the Blue Lagoon. You guys make your way back there, and that elf girl is no longer here. In fact, there aren't any customers here. And no, the
Or like a
lady's still
sign?
working in the kitchen. Just this doddering old gnome lady.
That's what we have to ask.
Okay, I don't want to be the one to point this out, but that's weird. It was booming like not too long ago.
There's one person. Well, that's because we
Yes.
were here.
Ask.
No, like literally standing room. I mean, I know I'm a shorter individual, but the rest of you guys were standing.
Like 5 chairs.
Uh-huh.
And I took up 2. So
Looks like Amalia might have an admirer.
I'll ask the old
Look.
lady.
So,
Excuse me.
yes?
Yeah, where was the you know where the Mary went?
Oh, the young elf woman. When I sent her on her way, she had some business to be going about, I'm sure.
She sent us a letter about business. Bright Cliff business.
Ah, yes. I'm Raya Brightcliff.
Ah, all right. So what do we want? What did your letter say again?
Well, I heard you were taking a job for the Tashimura.
Yep.
I'm sure you found I don't much like them.
Clearly not.
Coming in, ruining our neighborhood. No,
Fucking
I don't
nude.
much dislike people coming from far away to live here, but I don't like when they displace our own poor people to do it.
Yeah.
Before the Tashimura came to Suset, we didn't really have much. We sold these oysters, hunted Kinori, worshipped the fake horde of Yikma. But it was a simpler. They've outlawed those practices. They still get done, but at night, out in the forest, where it's harder for their jackboots to catch us.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm sure you've heard some yarn about us being terrorists, about us, well, being ne'er-do-wells that blow up people's buildings. It's true. We did do that. I shouldn't need one.
What kind of buildings did you blow up? Just regular buildings? What did you?
Bank, a bank, a holding warehouse, arms production facility. And yes, some people died in these attacks. Tashimura people.
Jeez.
You know, I think she could be a role model. The right individual. I'm not wrong.
She runs.
No, I don't run anything. I just make suggestions. And I've got years of wisdom to back it up.
See? Like an influencer. Told you.
This little lass is trying to put words in my mouth.
Don't ever say that I've ever done that.
Okay.
Now, all I'm gonna ask is that on the way to Throdsville, some of those crates just happened to go missing over the forest in between. Well, my people might be able to find them if you let me know. And I'm sure the Tashimura wouldn't pay you, obviously. Poor, innocent dozers like myself, well, we can't pay the difference. Not up front. But we can pay in favors. Favors of particularly high explosive variety.
Jesus.
Or if you needed to get somewhere unseen, we could make that happen too. Or if you made someone mad and needed somewhere to lay low, all throughout the Shattered Reef, there are dozers, and they're more than happy to help the people who help them. Have an oyster.
Well, I'm gonna be quite honest. I'm pretty sure Oliver Green, like doctored that contract to make it where it's we're gonna get paid a lot better. But maybe after that one, we might be able to, or we might be able to do this one. I don't know. We're gonna have to talk to him because
It's just an offer. It's just an offer. I just want y'all to know
All right.
the dozers are the people who originally settled here. This is our land and it's being stolen. Do you know what that feels like?
Columbo's an old
Home
soldier.
taken away?
I am.
He was in a war. He was in a lot of wars, I think.
No, it was in 2. Was I in 2?
He's at least covered wars.
Look, you're in like twice as many wars than I've been in.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been in any.
Nope.
Well, the old dog is worth his salt's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Here, have an oyster.
Who do you give who has an oyster?
Taz completed.
She's trying to get you to
successfully.
fall in love with her.
I still have my box of oysters. I'm good, thank you.
At any rate, consider it. That's all I ask of you. You can go if you want, or you can order some oysters. And she just goes back to making her oysters. Unless you guys have anything else you want to ask her.
Mm,
Arena's like, so
Site check. No, I think you're something.
what's it like running a criminal underground?
Profitable.
I started here.
Profitable. Kind of fun
That's right.
sometimes.
I knew it. And then she just walks out.
Anybody
okay.
else?
Yeah.
I have my notes. I'm good. And I just want to walk. I just want to check that there is no secret police watching us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look out a window or something. Actually, maybe we should buy some more oysters just in case. Yeah. Another case of oysters.
He says, just eating another one.
Yep. Not 20. I ate it. I'm feel good. He's so good. And then I walk out and have a look around if there's any secret police.
Okay, so are you guys gonna re-link up together?
Yeah, we'll head back
Yes.
to the ship.
As you're walking, Arena's going to be like, so, Mr. Delimbo, what do you think Oliver's going to say?
It's hard to say. I mean, we're gonna make a lot of money, or we throw some of this and we have some extra favors that we can get.
What do you want to do?
I don't know.
What about you, Dredd?
And she makes just think how many oysters we can have. And she said explosives.
I mean, let me put it this way. 1, we get explosives. 2, we screw over the Tashimura. 3, we get explosives. 4, we screw over the Tashimura. That's 4 separate things that add up to just being a good time, probably.
Yeah.
I think it's a bad idea to screw over the Tashimuras.
Clearly not.
Well,
I don't know.
especially if they're If their fleet rivals the prince's, this is an ally we need to make, not an enemy.
Well, then maybe we can figure something out to, I don't know, the Dozes and the Hashimura to make them better off. I don't know. So we aren't either fugitives or possibly on a hit list of a terrorist group.
Or we can try to strike a compromise between the two.
That's what I just said. What are you talking?
Oh, I thought you were saying or get on a hit list. It was like, well, we don't have to necessarily spurn one or the other.
That's what we could make something work that we aren't on either of those things.
No, I agree. 10 out of 10. Okay.
And Indira kind of chimes in here and goes, well, the Dozers pretty much hate everybody that's not the Five Fingers.
Oh, well, then I'm in the clear.
If I were to bet, the Tashimura aren't going to miss the supplies as much as the Dozers are. But I don't think this is such a critical joint at either direction that either faction would simply refuse to do business with us. It'd certainly be bad business either way, but business is still business.
No.
The real question comes down to, guys, do we want guns for this assault on the prince? Or
Yes.
No.
do we want agents or bombs?
Yes.
Those are
I doubt we're going to
Maybe.
get both.
I don't know. What if we just tipped the ship and a bunch of that shit fell off
Wait a second.
into the forest or something?
I don't know how many bombs we'll be getting. What if we get screwed over? And what if she hands us like a little firecracker? I mean, apparently they hate everyone that's not the Five Fingers, and no offense, guys, but I'm the only Five Fingers. So I mean, but in the meantime, we might be screwed over.
Well, they decided to reach out and deal with us directly, so...
They literally, yeah.
I mean, if they're willing to stick their neck out to try and get us to do something for them, they kind of want us for something.
I don't like being used. I don't know. Maybe we need to really get Oliver Green. He might be a little better to talk about this.
Did he go to the ship?
Oh yeah,
Where we're going, I believe.
that's where he was.
As I keep an eye out for secret police.
You don't see any secret police.
Nope. No.
Definitely see police.
Regular
Like,
police.
Lieutenant Lumbo can spot a cop.
Taking
Who knows
notes.
the cop walk?
Yeah.
But yeah. Where to next? What do?
Gonna hit the ship, I believe.
Okay, so everybody rendezvous back at the ship unless something happens to him along the way.
Well, nothing seems to happen to you guys along the way.
I'm
Is
still
anybody
like,
following us?
if the supplies aren't finished being loaded, then I'm still just like, okay, guys, I think you got this from here. Looks like My party's back. And I'll just approach the rest of the group.
Hello.
So, you guys find anything good?
Oh yeah,
Kind of.
did we ever? That old lady at the oyster bar is that girl who runs the dozers.
What?
And she had a request of us to drop some of their supply cargo over the forest so they could take it, possibly give us some favors down the road. Yeah.
Hmm.
Bombs, agents, things like that, hideaways. I
Interesting. Well, and for an exchange for some of these supplies? Hmm. You know, we'll be screwed over if we do that. But I do know that sometimes favors with the right people can go a great deal. It's not like these Tashimura are really going to be any more than just upset. What's your guys' thoughts?
Yeah, I don't.
like if we could make a story that oh no, we flipped over, some of the stuff fell off over the forest.
Just oops.
And you're drugs, and it's like, well, we could always try and deliver it with the spinner, and conveniently, stopped.
Or we could do this. We could deliver the package as we were requested. The only difference is where we go to the drop zone, we just drop something else other than these supplies. Something that they flag, something that tells us that we understand your cause. We are in favor for it. However, we cannot forfeit these supplies at this time. Something, that a good show of faith. Something that's got to be worth some value.
Yeah.
So instead of giving them these supplies, give them something out of our pocket.
It's an option. One that apparently has gone undetected multiple times. In the meantime, I do have a little juicy tidbit that I'd like to share amongst the rest of you.
Go on.
So, you know our good friend the Prince and his rendezvous point with the rest of his group, I guess you could say, that's going to happen in a few days. What if, I'm just spitballing here, we were able to have two rather large forces clash? While we are just sitting third party observer, we're just no stake in either fight. We'll just let them have at it while we gain our own. And by doing so, we are going to get good clout from at least one of the sides. I told the captain that we have the whereabouts of where the prince is going to be, and he was extremely giddy. I didn't, however, disclose that information. He seemed like he is going to make a quick meeting with the rest of his fellow captains of the Tashimura crew, and perhaps they might assemble a fleet to, as he put it, exact revenge. So a fool wishing to exact revenge can definitely go on a fool's journey quite far. And, well, we don't have to do a damn thing except watch.
Which
Well, I don't want to be anywhere near it. That idea, the prospect of a solar dragon, was also not disclosed. Any bit of it, and I say all this under like the guise of like in a kind of like a little huddle group.
Yeah, no, I assume you guys are on like below deck somewhere to
Yeah,
talk about this.
Yeah, it's making sure there's no real pioneers other than like
Oh, circuit.
our crew, essentially. It's like, and if we play our cards right, the Tashimura can play their cards right. We might be able to gain favor from both the Tashimura, favor from these rebels, and put a good solid dent into the what's it, Crimson? Was it the Crimson Dawn? Yeah, the Crimson
Mhm.
Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, achieving 3 separate goals at once, but it's not going to be easy, and there's no guarantee in any of it. No plan ever survives enemy contact. And, well, anyone that's not us potentially are the enemy. Keep that in mind. However, like I said, this show of good faith, too. What are they calling themselves? The
Silent dozers.
the silent dozers. Whatever could it be? The supplies that we obtain from the Tashimura. What exactly? Like, what are they? Like big crates? Like
So,
a small little
they're
crate?
medium-sized crates.
Okay.
They're about 2 feet long, a foot wide each, and there's about 100 of them.
What's in them?
You don't know because they're not opened. You'd have to manually bust a crate open.
Hold on.
Kapow!
I don't have anything that would. I mean, the crates themselves, are they wooden? Are
They're
they
wooden.
like? Okay, are they nailed shut? Like, what are we talking about
Yeah,
like, here? Like,
they're like pin nailed shut. They've just been nailed shut on
Mhm.
each corner. You'd need
If I
something
was-
to pry them open.
if I was to pry one open, would it be damaging to the crate? That's my fear. Is there a way for
Did
me
it
to
very
do this?
poorly.
Okay, so there is a way for me to do poorly, but obviously there is a way
You
for
could
me
do
to.
it in you could do it in a way that like you could open it, see what's inside, and then re-nail it shut, and
What
no
kind of
one
check
would
we
be able
talking?
to tell the difference.
What kind of check we talking?
Unless you pulled a Lucy and rolled a nat 1 3 times.
Look,
That was the best night.
I'm serious though. What kind of check we talking?
So, if you're gonna pop one open, athletics check DC 10.
Athletics check DC 10.
Mm-hmm. It's not hard to do, but you could fuck it up badly enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, is anyone proficient in athletics?
I am not, but I have advantage.
I only have +2 as well, which is pretty good for a
I
little
only have a
elephant.
+1. Okay. Amalia.
Double checking. I don't think mine's much better.
No, it's fine. Because
I have a +0. Okay.
I think we can handle this. Amalia, what I need for you to do is either Delembo or Dread, whoever wants to volunteer. All right. Well, I believe in you. I believe in quite a bit. I think you're going to get this no problem as a bardic inspiration you. That's a D8. Amalia, if you could give him guidance.
Of course.
That's a
Guidance
D4.
given.
And then I am going to. Can I cast
Love
command and
planning
say,
for a DC
don't fuck
10.
up? No, I'm just kidding. No, you're good. Give it a shot now.
One word.
Yeah.
Succeed.
Yep.
Yes. How cool do you want to be when you do this? How cool do you want to be when you do this?
Cool
Like,
enough.
you grab a crowbar from below deck, and then just whack the thing with a crowbar, and the other end of it pops open, and you just lift the lid.
Well, you know, you got to be extra cautious when you want to be super meticulous in this particular instance. What are we looking at inside there, man?
Medical supplies. Medical supplies. There's a large number of antidotes, potions of healing, potions of superior healing, first aid kits. Yeah. The only thing, like it's packaged between stuff. It'd be hard to remove without damaging the internal packaging. But it's full of medical supplies. These aren't light either. They're 2 foot wide,
Ooh.
1 foot. They're 2 foot long, 1 foot wide, about a foot deep.
Is there any way we can just drop them, Torvin?
Drop them, Torvin.
Yeah, just drop Torvin in their camp, and then and they'll never need medical supplies again.
I mean, you've got a favor with Crow. You've never called in.
But do we want to burn it now?
I don't know. I feel like that's a pretty big favor.
That's a pretty big
I
favor.
mean,
You've got a pretty big
yeah,
fight
it's a pretty big favor, but yeah. I don't know. If it was against anything else other than a dragon, I would say let's go for it. Because then that way we can win 2 allies and 2 groups of allies instead of just risking to snub one or both. But like against a dragon, though,
Yeah, we may need to summon them during a fight such as that at a time.
I mean, if you think about our own businesses, we could establish a trade with them instead of them having to steal from the Tashimoras. We've started our own businesses.
Do we really want to compete with Tashimura though?
Yeah.
No,
we're
but
not
I
gonna
mean,
do
it's
it
better.
tomorrow.
We're not competing with them. We're going to the activist whose name I keep forgetting.
Essentially, we're going to be
Um,
smuggling supplies
Rhea.
to the activists
Yeah, and
from
saying,
our
hey,
bastions.
you can either legitimately enter into a trade with us, or you can keep risking absolutely everything by stealing from this really powerful clan who is so known for its mercy on people who steal from them and get on their bad side. And then we can go to the Tashimoras and say, the leak has been plugged. It's nothing you have to worry about again. We've taken care of it. And if he asks for details, say you can take it on faith it's been taken care of. If you find any other issues, call us and let us know. We'll make sure that it gets taken care of. And then that way we get 2 alliances instead of just one. Or risking snubbing them both.
So, our show of good faith would be that of establishing an alliance, extending an olive branch. I don't disagree. that may be a rather good adventure. We just gotta figure out how we're gonna go about it. Unfortunately, our supply chain is currently at a minimum pace. We don't have anything. Hell, the most we have is a plot of land that's being developed. So
Mhm.
we can't do anything during this run. But how are we going to
If we could get them
show
to delay.
delay? The whole point is once we make this delivery is during this delivery. So, and it doesn't matter at what time we do it. Once we deliver these crates, it's either we drop some
Mhm.
in the designated area or we don't. And either way, it applies some weight to that decision as far as how the faction feels towards us. So, if we drop supplies, we lose faction influence against Tashimura. We don't drop the supplies, but we just ignore it. We lose faction influence with the dozers, silent dozers. Bit of a conundrum.
That's what
why I
I'm
feel
saying.
we
That's what
we
I'm
s-
saying. If we go ahead.
we deliver the supplies as needed. We just need to come up with
Mhm.
some kind of drop, something we can offer. Maybe a crate of our own with a tally of our own medical supplies. And looking at the crate, about how much is actually in one particular crate?
About 10 potions of healing, 10 healers kits, 3 potions of greater healing, and 10 antidotes. It's a sizable amount of money here.
Yeah, that's like
It's a
1,500
couple
gold
thousand.
pieces. Easy. I can see why it'd be so valuable. And may I ask, how many crates did they ask for?
100.
No, I mean the dozers asked for all of them.
They didn't ask for all of them.
I see. So they're really just asking for whatever they can get. Interesting. We need to come up with a care package, a little gift basket, if you will.
Mhm.
Something.
Evandera shrugs and is like, well, if we were gonna complete the contract with the Tashimuras, they were gonna give us 2 pocket guns. It's not medication, but I'm sure the dozers wouldn't mind more arms and armaments.
Hmm. Well,
I know you were pretty proud about forging that contract to get us the extra gun, and it seemed like it worked. But
I couldn't agree more. Perhaps the boon of our windfall from the enhanced contract could be spent as influence, which can be priceless to some. I like the trade. I think it's fair. A pocket gun dropped off after we make our deal with the Tashimura. The Tashimura will be happy. We may arm the rebels and may inadvertently be a reason for a couple people being killed. But it's not us pulling the trigger, right? As long as everyone's
they
on
were gonna
board
pull
for that.
somebody's trigger eventually, right?
Yeah.
But we get our influence and perhaps even our explosive bomby thingies.
Yeah, buddy, explosives.
Oh, that sounds like a solid plan. At least in my books. What about you, everyone? Any nays, yays?
You get a yay from me.
I agree. Well, then I think that's what we're gonna do. Evandira, your insight has been invaluable. remember, you deserve a bit of a bonus for that. Unfortunately, I don't pay you. So
Well,
it's sad.
that's true.
Maybe one day.
Someday, but not today.
Actually, that's a good
Yeah,
cut.
that seems like a good stopping point too.
Mhm. Drop.
The drop.
It was fun.
How do you guys like my version of a moral dilemma?
I like it.
Good, because I've got a lot of those fucking things planned.
Mhm.
You got to. It's fun to really put more dilemmas into your things there and
Well,
just see how people work through them.
the way I look at it is, I'm giving you guys big ass guns, a big ass spaceship, and occasionally fights, but like I'm morally or mentally I'm prepared. You guys are just gonna win those, right? So I just need to make it like morally confusing for you guys. Is helping a giant corporation like Tashimura the right thing to do? Or is helping what are effectively eco-terrorists the right thing to do?
Well,
Mm.
they're all on board for helping eco terrorists, so I'm totally for it.
You just like chaos.
Absolutely.
What are the chances that we could just move them to Delembo City?
What if they don't want to be moved?
Yeah, that's relocating the Indians to Mexico.
I mean, yeah. At least they have their own space though, where they're not in an active combat zone.